Hello students, welcome back to revision classes of class 7 science. We are discussing the chapter respiration in organisms, and this is the third revision video of this chapter. And in today's video we are going to discuss what do we breathe out. As we have already discussed about the breathing process, that it complete in two steps, inhalation and exhalation. So today we are going to understand that what we take during the inhalation and what we release out during the exhalation process. So student, when we breathe out, we generally expel or release carbon dioxide, and this also contains some amount of vapor, or we can say moisture, vapor and moisture. So when we exhaled air, we generally release out carbon dioxide gas. This also contains vapor or moisture, and the presence of moisture can be easily identified when you exhaled over a mirror. Then you can clearly see a film of vapor on the mirror, and this indicates the presence of vapor or moisture in the exhaled air. And the presence of carbon dioxide can be understood by doing an activity which we have already sent to you. You can check that activity and identify the presence of carbon dioxide by that activity. And now let us understand how much amount of oxygen we take during the inhalation and how much amount of carbon dioxide we expel out during exhalation. So student, in this table you can see that the percentage of oxygen present in inhaled air and the percentage of carbon dioxide present in inhaled air. When we inhale air, then the amount of oxygen present in the inhaled air is 21%, and the amount of carbon dioxide in inhaled air is 0.04%. And when you exhaled air, when you breathe out air, then the presence of oxygen is 16.4%, while the presence of carbon dioxide in exhaled air is 4.4%. So this is the amount of oxygen and carbon dioxide present in inhaled air and exhaled air. Now let us come to the next topic. Our next topic is breathing in other animals. So student, as you know that different animals breathe through different body parts or body organs, and there are mainly two types of animals, unicellular and multicellular. In multicellular organisms, there is a completely and well developed respiratory system is present that help in their respiration process or in breathing process, while in unicellular organisms the whole body is made by a single cell, and that's why they don't have well developed or complete respiratory system, and they don't have breathing organ. So how they breathe? They generally breathe by process of diffusion, through their skin or through their cell membrane. And students, now let us understand how the breathing process takes place in earthworms. In earthworms and leech. In earthworm and leech, they breathe through their skin. The oxygen gas present in air is absorbed through their skin, and through the skin it directly diffuse into their cells. In earthworm, the oxygen present in air is directly absorbed through their skin, and through the skin it diffuses into their cells, and inside the cells oxygen perform the respiration process, and after respiration the carbon dioxide is produced, and that is also expelled out by the same process through their skins. Means earthworm breathe through their skin by the help of diffusion process. By the help of diffusion process. Now students, let us understand how cockroach and other insects breathe out. So the cockroaches and other insects, cockroach and other insects, they have a respiratory system. They have a respiratory system which is made by a network of branched tube called trachea. So student, cockroaches breathe through a respiratory system which is made from a network of branched tube-like structure called trachea, and these trachea open outside of their skin by a opening called spracle. These sprinkles help cockroaches and insects to exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide. Means through their sprinkles the air move inside the body and also goes outside of the body, and the air exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide take place inside the cell through the trachea. These trachea help in the diffusion of carbon dioxide and oxygen gas into the cell. In this way, cockroaches and other insects complete their breathing process. And students, now let us understand breathing underwater, how the water animals or aquatic animals breathe. So the aquatic animals or the animals that live inside the water like fishes and other aquatic animals, they breathe through their gills. The gills are made from a large number of capillaries. That contain blood. And the oxygen gas which is dissolved into the water, inside the water is come in contact in these capillaries, and through the diffusion process the oxygen gas is reach into the blood of the animal, and finally by the help of the blood the oxygen gas is transferred to the different cells of the body, and in this way the breathing process get completed. And after the respiration process the carbon dioxide is evolved into the different cell of the body, and in the same way the carbon dioxide is released out through their gills. So in this way the aquatic animals or the animals that live in water complete their breathing process by the help of their gills. And students, now let us come to our next topic, respiration in plants. So now let us understand how the respiration process take place in the plants. So in plants there are different types of plants that we can see in the environment, and plant also respire through their different body organs. Mainly all the plants respire through the stomata. The stomata are the small openings that are present mainly on the lower surface of the leaves, and they allow plants to exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide through the environment and complete their respiration process. While there are some other organs like lenticels. The woody stem of the plant breathe or respire through the lenticels. Lenticels are the small opening. Lenticels are the small openings that are present over the stems, and these are formed by loosely packed dead cells. These are formed by loosely packed dead cells, and they allow the woody stem of the plant to exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide gases. And next is epiblema. Epiblema is also a structure that help the plants to respire. Epiblema are found into the root of the plant, and the root of the plant respire through epiblema. Epiblema are the layer of thin cells that are found on the outer surface of the root. Epiblema are the layer of the thin cells that are found on the upper surface of the roots and allow the roots to exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide. In this way, the root of the plant respire through the epiblema. So students, these are the main topics of this chapter that we have discussed in the revision videos. If you have any problem in any topic, you can directly contact me and I will help you to solve your problems. So thank you for watching the video. See you soon in the next video of next chapter. Till then, take care and thank you.